Well, hello my beautiful Capricorn, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading all about you. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Capricorn, this is a little bonus reading all about you. Us tarot readers, we tend to talk about money, career, love, but we never ask, how are you doing? So this reading will address that, see what you're going through at this moment in time, how you're moving through it, and what's on the other side of it as well. Now also, I'm only using one deck because I love the simplicity it lends to this particular reading. And, you know, I shuffle the cards, so I cannot control what pops out for you. So this may not resonate for everyone, so I want you to be aware of that. And I've opened a competition for one subscriber to win a free personal reading from me, but I'll let you know how to win that a little bit later on because some people are here just for the reading and I don't like to waste anyone's time. So let's get straight to it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know regarding their circumstances at this moment in time? What are they going through? How are they moving through it? What do they need to see is on the other side? Can you please show them the way? What are they meant to be aware of at this moment? Well, with the 9 of Pentacles as your starting card, you're all about your independence. You're focusing on your finances. You're having a bit of a glow up. You may not feel like it right now, but I feel things are going to be infinitely better for you. I feel like you're trying to know a little bit more about yourself and see what you're capable of. I feel like you've been going through some difficult circumstances. I mean, with the Magician card in the resistance position, it can feel like sometimes we haven't reached our full potential. And I feel some of you are looking at that right now. You may be looking at how far you've come, and actually you've come a long way, but you may not give yourself the credit you deserve in that because sometimes you tend to be a little bit more critical than most about yourself, okay, is what I see there. So I feel you've been a little bit hard on yourself recently. With that 9 of Pentacles, there's definitely an energy of trying to exert a little bit more independence in your life, but also trying to stop and smell the roses, to try and be more present. So some of you may be looking into meditation or mindfulness or trying to really calm the inner world so that you can silence the inner critic, but also command your thoughts or have more control over your thoughts so you do not tear yourself down. Now we also have the King of Swords, so something's been on your mind recently. Maybe you are strategizing, perhaps you have some sort of plan that you are thinking about launching or you currently have in motion, and you may be wondering if all the opportunities or the pathways are going to be open up for you. I mean, 3 Cups tells me you will have something to celebrate, but there's also integration here. So I feel some of you have been learning and don't shoot the messenger. I'm being given this sentence, so I have to give it to you because I'm scrying in the water and I see it in the water. No man is an island, okay? Now, of course, that no man is an island is connected to humanity. It's like no person is an island. So although you are wonderfully independent and self-sufficient, I get this energy of integration or needing to find your soul tribe or deepen your friendships at this time. So I definitely see that happening. You'll notice as we start to evolve and level up in life that friendships, they change, okay? People, they gravitate away from us. Some new people gravitate towards us. It basically means that you are evolving away from certain people and you're attracting the people who are meant to be in your life at this stage of your life, okay? You know, relationships, they tend to change when you start to become very successful, or when you start to really reach a pinnacle point in your life where you're doing really well for yourself. Because other people, even though, you know, they are doing well for themselves, it's almost like they want all the pie for themselves. They don't want you to have a piece of the pie. And you are the sort of person who's like, well, there's enough pie for everybody. Why can't we just share? But you're noticing that some people, they don't support you in the way you thought they did, or perhaps you feel that they don't want the best for you like you want the best for them. So I definitely see a little declutter going on in your friendship circles at this time. And I feel with that 3 of Cups, you know, there are some people who are your nearest and dearest. You're going to keep those people in your inner circle. And I feel some of you may even... Well, I'll come to that in a moment. I'm being given something else there, so I'll come to that. I feel some of you may even notice there are new people entering into your life at this time, and you're going to build some very strong friendships there. But what I see, the bit that I was parking to the side there, I feel like you've learnt as you've matured to not really speak about your goals or your dreams to people, because you may notice that somehow it changes or it gets derailed or delayed in some way. Not that those people want anything bad or negative for you. You just notice that when you start to vocalize what you intend to do, it somehow takes the wind out of your sails, or it somehow you know, diminishes the energy. So I feel like you are really kind of like keeping your plans close to your chest at this time, and when the moment is right, you'll reveal them. But I feel that's when everything has come together and it's worked. You know, it's almost like you'll reveal the outcome. That's what I see there as well. Now, I'm going to give you an overarching kind of energy of all the cards, and then I'll give you each card individually. Not only do I see you being super independent, I see this international energy about you right now. So some of you may be thinking about overseas, or you may be traveling overseas, or perhaps, you know, this reading is not really about businesses, money, career, love, or anything like that. It's just an affinity, I feel, to overseas. So either there's someone that you really care about who is overseas and you're going to have communications with them, or it could be that you yourself is thinking about relocating or going to a place where you feel like home at this time. For some of you, you know, this is about a country that you have an affinity with, or perhaps this is like international dealings at this time. Maybe if you're looking for love, and again, this reading is not really about that, but if you're looking for love, perhaps this person is from overseas and you may meet them. There's just this energy coming through where you're thinking about the world and your connection to it. So maybe that's it. Maybe it's just that you are thinking about, you know, where you feel like home. You know, what is calling you? Who is calling you at this time? Now, also, I feel there's you know, an inner battle here that you're dealing with. There's something on your mind. Okay, it could be money, because the 9 of Pentacles, of course, is a financial card. So you're trying to be financially independent. Think of new ways of creating, saving, and safeguarding wealth at this time. I definitely see that you're on the right trajectory to do that. You have that 3 of Cups there, which is, of course, celebration. It is you basically reflecting on how far you've come. And we've got that 7 of Wands there, which is a card of protection. But I feel with the 3 of Cups and the 7 of Wands there, I feel some of you are noticing either a detachment in a friendship, or you're noticing who you can trust and who you cannot trust at this time. And I also feel some of you, not all of you, but I am getting an energy that some of you, this inner battle is about confidence. Okay, the Magician card and the Empress in the resistance position. I feel some of you have been neglecting your own needs and you got into a little bit of a funk. Okay, it's almost like, and again, don't shoot the messenger when I say this, it's almost like you forgot what you like, or you forgot somehow how to self-care, okay? Because I feel like perhaps before you used to do that a lot more, and now either life got really busy and serious, or you just haven't had time, or you're in a different mindset. It just feels like somehow you've been forgetting about yourself. It could be that you have been focusing on another, especially if you're a parent. You may be losing yourself in looking after your children, making sure their needs are met, and then, you know, it's almost like you're a last thought right now. For some of you, you could be a carer looking after somebody, and by the end of you know, the day, you're completely exhausted and you're like, you know what, forget about it, I'm not going to do anything for me, I'm just going to leave it as is. So some of you could be career oriented, or it could be that you're just so busy with your plans right now that you're like, time is critical. So I feel like you're just trying to effectively utilize your time so that you get the best out of it right now as well. But I do see that you are almost like tunnel vision, having a goal that you're strategizing on or thinking about it, ruminating on it right now. You'll celebrate this. This is going to be very successful, whatever it is for you, because it's going to be different for everybody. But the Seven of Wands tells me just, you know, be careful who you talk about it to, because I feel whatever idea it is, it's a brilliant one. So either someone is going to try and like snatch it up for themselves, or it could be that you know, they try to kind of like prevent you from doing it in some way. Remember, thoughts become things. Now, also, I see here that you are recognizing the power of your mind. It is infinite. And I feel you're starting to notice that when you really think about something in a very precise manner and then just leave it, it's starting to manifest for you. So I feel, you know, in the next 2 to 3 months, you're going to see something critical that's been on your mind work out in your favor. And I definitely see some celebration or, you know, a milestone moment. Some of you are literally going through a milestone moment in your life right now. And it feels like you're entering into a new phase and you're a little bit cautious. You don't know how you feel about it. For some of you, it could be that, you know, you are trying to enter into a new stage where, you know, it actually brings a lot of peace, whatever this stage is, and harmony. But it's almost like you don't know how you're going to get there or how you're going to move through this period. But I feel like, you know, you are someone who is going to influence your circumstances in a really positive way. And almost like your blueprint of what it is you want to accomplish, it shall be so. Okay, so know that you're on the right path. What else am I getting here? Some of you, I feel like you're keeping your eye on like your immune system, trying to be healthy, because that Seven of Wands can tell me that you are building your defenses, especially when we have the Three of Cups. You may notice, you know, whenever you go out and party, or whenever you like, if some of you like the odd drink, for example, you may notice that your defenses get a little bit low. It affects your immune system. So I feel some of you are noticing what things affect your immune system. So it could be, it doesn't have to be alcohol or substances or anything like that. It can be you're looking at people as well, the energy. Some of you are safeguarding your energy against certain people because you notice that every time you leave a person, you're like, wow, I feel really awful about myself, or I just feel like drained. So I feel this energy of like restructure or protecting your energy. I would say, you know, if you are having to spend time with someone who tends to be a little bit negative, you know, they could be going through something. So I feel like you're trying to really understand what they're going through. That King of Swords tells me that you're a very understanding person. You want to see things from different viewpoints and perspectives. So you may understand that this person is going through something difficult, but at the same time, it drains a lot of your energy. So if you are like a shoulder to cry on for somebody right now, or you're being there for somebody, I feel whilst, you know, you're doing a great job of being a great friend or a great person to that person and being very supportive, it's also taking a toll on your energy. So you may want to have something like a black tourmaline or a black obsidian stone. These stones really help ward off anyone trying to drain your energy. So you know, even if they're not trying to drain your energy, it's really good to have one. I always carry one, especially when I'm in a crowd of people, or I know if I'm taking the subway, you know, or I have to be in a place where there's just you know, a lot of hustle and bustle. I always keep one because it protects my energy. Sometimes we can feel a bit overwhelmed, so that's coming out there as well. Now, I feel like, you know, you've gone through a lot in life. You've battled away. And I feel this energy of detaching right now to see a bigger picture in your life. So it could be that you're feeling a little bit stuck in some area of your life. You're about to have a breakthrough, but you're trying to find the breakthrough. It's almost like, and I never see these cards like this, but I'm being given an image. As you can see, there is, I mean, this is like trees, okay? They've all grown in that formation, and it looks like a wired fence, right? But also that King of Swords is there, so it indicates, you know, what I'm seeing in the water is someone like cutting a hole in the fence. It's like you want to break free from something. So because some people could try and go over the fence, I feel like you're going through the fence. So what I'm getting here is that sometimes the solution to a problem is through it. You know, I feel like you're facing something head on at this time. You're not going to be derailed. I feel like you're having a breakthrough. You're taking command and charge of your life. Now, for some of you, this could manifest in your career. It could be that you've just been offered a really great deal or a job, or you're going independent. You're setting up independently there, trying to manage your finances. I see leadership here for you. I mean, for some of you, it could be that, you know, you've been trying to keep afloat, and I feel, you know, you'll be very pleased with yourself, really proud of your efforts there with that Three of Cups. I mean, I feel this is, you know, an energy of quiet reflection. I feel you're ruminating on something, strategizing or formulating a plan, and I feel like you're sticking to the plan. The time is now, and you're not giving up on something. It's like full steam ahead, sustained momentum, and I feel like you're going to reach it. It's almost like you're taking manifestation out of the equation at first. It's like you know what you want, you're going after it, you're busy making it happen. But remember, thoughts become things. So that's what I see in your energy. That King of Swords, Three of Cups, it's like whatever you're thinking right now, it will be a cause for celebration. And people will delight in the moment where they can say, yes, you did it. So whether it's a personal development breakthrough, maybe for some of you, this is work-related, money-related. Maybe it's about friendships or community. Some of you may be trying to set up like a community vibe, or you're setting something up where you use your knowledge to bring people together. I really feel that, you know, that, well, I'm getting two energies there. One, it's going to be very successful, but also there's an energy here of vetting who you allow into this community or this circle, for example. So, for example, if you are, I don't know, if you are taking a class, maybe you're the tutor, maybe you're opening a class of learning to people, maybe you teach languages, for example. It could be that there's one person who's very disruptive, and it could be that, you know, this person is like known in the college or known to someone that you know that causes disruption. I feel like you may want to vet who you allow into the group. Now, of course, everyone deserves a second chance, and there's always two sides to a story. So I feel you may use your own judgment on this, but I also feel like there's just an energy here of whatever you're connecting to at this time, make sure you get like a second opinion, okay? Now that could be in any walk of life. So whether it's health related, whether it is job related, whether it's like someone telling you a secret, maybe there's gossip or something. It's like get a second opinion or hear the other side of the story is what I'm seeing here in this reading right now for you, okay? Now, let's get to each card individually. Nine of Pentacles, you know, this is you at your best. Sometimes you may not feel it, but we only have the present moment, so you can only be who you are in this moment, and this is your best self. Nine of Pentacles is a card of sticking to your plans. You know, it's also about perhaps looking for alternative routes on your plans, like is there an easier way? The goal is still the same, but you may be looking at different ways. The Nine of Pentacles is like, how can you invest in yourself fully? How can you show up for yourself? How you can believe in yourself and know that you're on the right track. You know, this card, as you can see, there's like a little archway there, and there's a tree. Now, trees represent wealth, well-being, stability, planting roots. So some of you may be looking at where you feel like you belong in the world right now, or you may be working really hard to save in order to make that location or that dream opportunity come true. But the Nine of Pentacles there is like you are the sort of person that you can turn your hand to anything. You know, this is a desert, and there's not much growth in that desert. There's a few tumbleweed type things going on, but there's a full-on tree right in the center. You're the sort of person that you can make nothing into something. And I feel like you're noticing your skills and your strengths at this time, that your thoughts are actually incredibly powerful, and you're building upon what you've already worked hard towards. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is exerting your independence in some way. So whether you have family members who are over-caring and they feel like you should take a certain path, you know, always take advice. It will be folly not to take someone's advice, but ultimately trust your own intuition. You know the right path for you. I feel some of the advice that is given to you is with an open heart, and it could also be with an open-hearted experience. So always think about what someone has to impart as a piece of knowledge and advice. However, ultimately you're going to choose your own independent path there. You're marching to the beat of your own drum. Now, Nine of Pentacles could also be about your savings plans. You know, you're planning to save a considerable amount of finances as best you can with the circumstances that you have, but also you recognize that money is also energy. So this is about you in the flow of letting some money out, you know, paying bills, for example, treating yourself if that's possible. Nine of Pentacles is a card to treat oneself, to live in the moment, to celebrate oneself. And I feel like you're learning a little bit more because I feel like you have battled away with confidence. I feel like you're learning a little bit more to try and find time, or you've noticed that you haven't had the time and you now try to strategize or factor in some more time for yourself so that you can treat yourself, whether that's through self-care rituals, or whether it is, you know, a little gift to yourself or a little bit of what you fancy from time to time. In the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, there is a figure that is holding a bird, or well, actually the bird is just perched on her hand, so not really holding down the expectation of the bird staying. The bird chooses to be there. So this is about you, you know, and where you choose to be there, your freedom to roam in this world. I feel that's something that's on your mind right now as well. So some of you may be thinking about a big traveling plan, or some of you are just literally thinking about relocating. But this is about you valuing your freedom, but also you're searching for independent financial freedom here as well. So some of you with that, you know, King of Swords there, it can be that you are actually strategizing a plan to become an entrepreneur or launch something that you've been thinking about for quite some time that will be a money-making endeavor. And I see you increasing your finances, and you will celebrate yourself to the point where you'll expand. Some of you will expand internationally. Some of you will have international links, or perhaps you are gaining knowledge from people who are overseas and how they run their business, so you can then expand your business in a same formula, however, you're putting your own unique spin on it. But again, this reading, it's not about career. I'm just picking up moments of energy, of thoughts. So perhaps it's something that's on your mind. This is about how you can invest in yourself and your personal development. Enjoy the present moment. Enjoy your freedom. And, you know, this is about stopping and smelling the roses as well. So trying to factor in some time whilst you're really busy focusing on your plans. But it's like, there's a gateway to more being available to you at this time, and you worked really hard for it. So whatever it is, I see a breakthrough. This could be personal development. You're investing more into yourself at this moment because you're the only person you got right now, okay? Even though you got friends, you got family, you got people who really care about you, but ultimately they're all thinking about their own thing. You know, humans, you know, we tend to be all going through some stuff, right? So we may be thinking that the other person's thinking about our stuff, but in reality, they're too busy, caught up in their own world and what's going on in their own world, their perspective and how they feel about it. And you are the one who is showing up for yourself and making sure that your world is as happy as it can be. Remember, happiness comes from within yourself, but I definitely see right now that you're focusing on you know, your plans, your projects, and trying to create that level of freedom in your life so that you can enjoy life. For some of you, it could be that you're working really hard to retire early. For some of you, it could be that you have retired and now you're utilizing your finances in a very productive way. For some of you, this could be that you're being cautious about your finances and making sure that you protect everything you worked really hard for. Some of you may be seeking some sort of guidance from a professional who can help you strategize a structure, a financial structure, like, you know, a generational wealth kind of structure, because that King of Swords can be advice. It can be someone who's in a position of authority to help you, that can show you a legal way of doing something that is beneficial all round. So that can be it as well. Now, this King of Swords, as you can see, there's a castle. You know, and there tends to be an energy connected to the King of Swords, like castles in the sky. But actually, you tend to work really hard to make those dreams come true, to make them a reality. So that King of Swords, I feel like, you know, you are strategizing that plan, but you're also taking action. You're influencing your circumstances, whatever that plan is. For some of you, it's a personal development plan. It could be something to do with decluttering your home space, making your home your sanctuary. It could be that you are making some improvements to yourself in some way, whether these are meditative improvements, for example, taking meditation classes, mindfulness, or trying to, take command of your thoughts so that you do not overwhelm yourself or derail yourself when you go through a moment of doubt, because we all go through doubt. Humans, we go through very certain cycles that are quite similar. We are all one in that respect. There is always a moment of doubt, and it's about overriding that doubt and knowing that if we believe in ourselves, we can achieve anything we set out to do. And I feel like, from a very young age, you realize the power of your mind has been infinite. It has been incredible. But sometimes doubt does creep in, and I feel, there's an energy here of you just noticing when you're about to have a breakthrough, or when you're really close to getting something that you really want, suddenly there's a moment of doubt, a flutter, perhaps, butterflies, nervousness, anxiety in your well, I'm getting the sacral kind of energy. So that is to action something. So it's like, the pause or the hesitation before you take the leap of faith. But know that you are going to have that breakthrough. And whatever it is, whether it's a personal development breakthrough, whether it's mindfulness, whether it's, you setting yourself an intention to improve some part of your life or accomplish something, know that there is something to celebrate. You'll be really proud of yourself on the other side of it. Now, of course, swords are all about communication. So this is about you being clear about your vision, clear about what you want, and also communicating in a healthy way to people so that, you get your needs met. That's very important. Sometimes, certain qualities that humans can sometimes present, or we kind of expect other people to read our mind, especially if we are close to a person, in a relationship with them, or a family member, or a friend. It's like, well, I thought that's something that I would want, so I feel like you are kind of recognizing that sometimes we think the other person is somehow thinking about our own needs, but actually they're thinking about their own, not in a selfish way. We can just get caught up in ourselves. It's just human nature. So I feel like you're learning to be super direct and say, hey, this is what I want. You're not kind of saying, just in case you've forgotten what it is I would like or what I need right now. I feel like you're actually just saying, this is what my needs are at this moment in time. And I feel like you are healthily kind of discussing what it is that you want, and you're putting it out into the open so that there can be no confusion about it. So yeah, your communication skills are on point. Now, also King of Swords energy, this is about you reflecting on a vision. So I definitely see here that you may be checking in with your plans at this time, making sure that you're on track. But also the King of Swords is an energy of writing things down, organizing, strategizing, being concise. So it could be that you are prioritizing what's important right now, writing a list of things that you need to do. Because right now I feel this is like, how can this benefit me and the people I care about? How can I be successful? I feel like you're actually already successful, but sometimes, as soon as you accomplish something, you tend to be on to the next thing, and you don't give yourself full credit of how far you've come. Also, the King of Swords, you may have something on your mind, or something has been sort of swirling around there. Nine of Pentacles, as I said, it could be money, but it could also be about, your freedom, your independence, and trying to live your truth. And it's hard, because everybody tries to put people into a little box of expectation. I'm actually being shown right now in the water handprint. So the handprint, this could be a logo or something that you're working on right now. But I feel this is like, how do you make your mark in the world? How do you make your mark in your immediate circumstances? I also feel like something has had a very profound effect on you, and it made its mark, and some of you may be getting over it. It could be that it's made you a little bit defensive, but that defense is there to protect you whilst you heal. I definitely see healing there, and I feel you may see this handprint or logo somewhere. It could be on like the side of a van. It could be like on a billboard. It could be, those ancient like cave paintings. There could be a picture of that. So please take it as it resonates. It could be that you're really hands-on right now on a project, but I really feel it's more that you're making your mark, Maybe you're thinking right now about your legacy. Perhaps you're actually thinking about what you stand for, your belief system. Maybe it's about, you know, how you conduct yourself, your identity, what it says about you and the world that you interact with day to day. But it's almost like I'm just getting this handprint energy with like, I am here. So perhaps some of you are like really establishing yourself in something, especially with the King of Swords. You know, there's a leadership energy, or you're taking charge. I am here. I'm just getting this energy that, you know, some of you may have felt unappreciated or forgotten in a situation. It's like, I am here, you know. Or perhaps if it's a career situation, it could be like you are stepping into a promotion. I'm here. I'm establishing myself. Maybe it's, you know, you've just relocated and now you're establishing yourself in a neighborhood and you want to integrate. Or perhaps you feel a little bit unheard in your family unit right now, and you are trying to exert the fact that you're here, you have opinions, and they are valid. So I really get a sense here that you are establishing yourself in some way, and you will be heard, and you are respected. And with that Three of Cups, you are also celebrated and thought about a lot, even in your absence. So, you know, if you go traveling or you're away a lot, whoever you're connected to, they think about you a lot, and they miss you actually a lot. They may not vocalize this, but they do. So I do see that you're on their mind. There may even be a conversation about that a little bit later on in the next like 2 months or so, and you recognize, actually, you know what? I am here, and they do see me in the way that I want them to see me, okay? Not in an egotistical way. It's like, it's nice to be valued, right? And I feel this sense that some of you have been wondering if, because I'm getting an energy with the Magician card and the Empress, it's like you are looking at time, or you feel that perhaps someone has wasted your time, or you just feel like time is a factor. It's so important. It's one of the most important commodities that we can't get back. So you're not about wasting time right now. And maybe that's weighing heavy on your shoulders at this moment, because the King of Swords is a very strict energy. So I feel like you're being strict with yourself, not wanting to waste your time, trying to accomplish as much as you can with the time frame that you've got so that you can relax. So that's what I see there as well. Now we do have the Magician card, but it is in the resistance position. Some of you may have felt low energy, or you may have felt there was a situation that you were kind of powerless in. So I'm just going to give you an example. So for example, if you were like looking for a job, right, you've got all the skills, you're someone who is naturally gifted, very talented, you're putting your resume out there. However, the power doesn't lie in your hands to some degree, because you're looking for a job, someone to employ you and your skill set. Now, they need you as much as you need them. However, I feel you may have felt that the power was somehow shifted and taken away from you in some way, but I feel like you are now back in the hot seat. You have the power. So if you're searching for a job, for example, you know, and you've been searching for one for quite some time, know that you will celebrate. And I feel that there is a very quick elevation in this role, so your title will change quite quickly, okay? I feel like you go in at like quite a nice level where you get quite a nice amount of money, but they see your skill set and they want to elevate you. By the end of the year, you'll be in a new role with new status, a new title, and it's higher than it was before. There's promotion there. So I'm just trying to give an example of where you feel like somehow your power has been diminished in some way. For example, I'll give another example that's coming through right now for my guides. For example, some of you, if you have had to move back into the family home, or you know, you live in your parents' home right now and you're trying to make your way in the world, save for a property of your own, or to rent somewhere, or you're trying to get into a certain industry, you may feel, you know, you are someone who's independent with your own opinions, and, you know, to live under someone else's roof, it can be really hard. You know, you have to compromise. You have to acknowledge the fact that you are living in their house, but at the same time you want to establish your sense of independence and that everybody gets on, but also you recognize that there is still like a power struggle sometimes, not all the time, depends on your circumstances, but I'm trying to give you like an idea of what I feel in this energy right now. But I see the tables will kind of plateau. I don't see turning. I see that, you know, things will become balanced. There is a working togetherness until such time as, you know, you find that level of what you feel is independent for yourself. So you may find a property to rent very shortly and have the funds to do that. You may find a way back to your empowerment is what I see there, because anything that's in the resistance position, it will go into the upright, okay? So that's obviously not going to resonate with everyone, but I feel this sense of independence returning and you being in command of your life. Now, the Magician card, of course, it will go into the upright. So you are a magnet right now for some really good things. I feel like you've been working really hard towards something, and you may be wondering, is the plan working? Because sometimes we don't see progress, okay? It's just like we don't notice very small changes over time. We know drastic changes, of course, but if there's like small changes over time, I feel you're going to kind of look back and see actually how far you've come. You've come far. And you will acknowledge that is what I see. But sometimes when we're just measuring something day to day, we don't see the changes readily. But there is something to celebrate here. So there is some sort of milestone coming in. Now, the Magician can indicate that you are reigniting a lust for life, that you are really focused now on something that has caught your attention, whether it's a goal, a dream. I feel like you tend to normally be very focused, but you may have felt there's been distractions recently, or something has been on your mind, and it feels like a solution is found, or you notice a breakthrough and it kind of unlocks everything and you're able to move forward. I do see that although you may have felt like you haven't had time for manifestation, there's something that you're thinking about that is becoming your reality, and it's positive. So whatever the positive thought is, I see that you'll celebrate that. Now, the Magician card, it also indicates that, you know, there is a little bit of magic occurring. You're going to notice some sort of breakthrough that's like, wow, I didn't expect it to turn out that way. So I feel there is an energy here of you being pleasantly surprised on something. But also the Magician card is about you bringing the magic. You are the magic in life, okay? The magic is within you, and you have all the tools you need to accomplish whatever it is you focus on. You know, the Magician card is focus. So whatever it is you've been focusing on, that is where you'll see the most growth, whether it's on your finances, whether it's on your personal development, whether it's hitting the gym, whether it's, getting to know neighbors, whether it is, you know, to end up the boss of your own company, whatever your primary focus is, because it's going to be different for everyone, that's where you're going to see the most growth in the next 3 months. And you are going to be astonished of how far you've come. You are doing an awesome job, okay? Now also, I mean, the Magician card is an underlying kind of energy to the King of Swords, which is the power of your mind is infinite, and you have infinite possibilities to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. With that Magician card, I really feel something has a lot of potential, but you may have felt that you should be further along on your path, that you are someone who is knowledgeable. I mean, this card tells me you're super intelligent, and you have a lot of knowledge. You actually may be absorbing a lot of knowledge at this time. I just see you learning more and more and more, and learning more things that are outside your comfort zone or outside your usual parameters of interest is what I see there. And these things will inform you later on in life. You know, when you go through life and suddenly something comes up and you're like, oh, I know the answer to that, and you just give the answer to it and you're like, wow, I don't even know why that's there, but it's something that you absorbed maybe 10 years ago and it's just sitting there waiting for the right moment. This is an indication for you that everything happens for a reason. That person you met 10 years ago, they may have taught you something that you will implement today or tomorrow, or they may actually come back into your life for a reason, because everybody in your life happens for a reason or for a season. They're there to teach you something, or they're there to be on your journey. And I feel a lot of you are doing a bit of decluttering right now with that King of Swords. It's like cutting things out that you've outgrown or are not healthy for you anymore or impede your focus. For some of you, this could be food related. You may be noticing that something scatters your mind or gives you brain fog or makes you feel like your energy or your emotions are fluctuating. And you're like, no, I need to be clear of thought right now. I need to have a clear head. Some of you may be taking an exam or something, or perhaps some of you are you're taking a presentation, or you are basically needing to see something super clearly right now. So you are limiting any distractions or cutting out anything that has the potential to, get in the way of that clear mind. But I feel, words are your superpower. I feel like you are articulating yourself in a very exciting way at the moment, and whatever it is you are uttering out to the universe, because remember, words are spellings. They're spelt. They are cast out to the universe, and they are informing your future. So I feel, whatever it is you're saying to yourself right now, or whatever it is you're saying about your future, it shall be so. So just watch what you say to yourself or how you talk to yourself at this time. And it's easier said than done, I know, but try to be as more positive as possible, because we attach ourselves to a positive vibration. So therefore the outcome becomes a positive vibration. It's like a boomerang. What you put out, it tends to come back. So I feel like you are noticing that at this time. Now we also have the Empress, okay, and it's in the resistance position. Now I'm getting a couple of energies here, so this may not resonate with everyone, but I'm getting a couple of energies, so I have to acknowledge it. For some of you, you've made a definitive decision, especially if you're a feminine energy, you've made a definitive decision not to have children. And for some of you, you may feel when you're in social settings that some people judge you. They have no right, number one, to judge you, but also you don't have to explain why. You don't have to explain your reasons. So some of you are just like owning it, saying enough is enough. If you've made that decision, that's your prerogative, okay? So I feel some of you may have come into contact with that, or you are going to come into contact with that. And I feel with the Seven of Wands, you're defending your decision. But you don't have to defend your decision. You don't have to explain or express yourself to anybody. Your life is your life, and your decision is your decision. Now, some of you, and this may not resonate for everyone, so don't shoot the messenger. Some of you, if you're a parent or guardian, you may have been going through some difficulties with a child, or, there has been some conflict there. I feel like there is an event that will bring you together, okay? I see a solution being found here, but I feel there's an event that will bring you together, especially if this child is teenage years or just a little bit older. I feel there is an energy of togetherness, an energy of wanting to find a solution and wanting like bygones to be bygones. That's what I see there as well, okay? So with a lot of respect, I'm going to move away from that energy. When this energy is applied to you, my beautiful Capricorn, the Empress energy in the resistance position, it does kind of underline that some of you have been neglecting your own needs. I've already mentioned that, but I feel with the King of Swords, you're starting to try and factor in time for you to basically choose the healthier options in life, to quieten your mind. If you have a look at that Empress energy, that card there, it can indicate, that you've had a lot on your mind, and it's like trying to declutter your mind right now to find space for healing and find space for, serenity, to quieten that inner critic. And I feel with that Empress energy, you've come a long way, and I feel you have learnt a lot of things in your life, but one of the hardest things that you have learnt is unconditional love for self. And you may not quite be there yet, but I feel like you're on the way to having a breakthrough there as well. Now also the Empress energy, it kind of indicates that you have plans in motion, that you've been nurturing something to term. It will be successful, it will be fruitful, whatever that is. As I said, you will have that breakthrough and that recognition that actually you did a really good job there. Now for some of you with the Magician card and the Empress, this is only if this has happened already. I don't see anything like this happening in the future that I'm reading for at this moment in time, so I don't want anyone to be worried. But if you have a maternal type figure in spirit, I feel that there is going to be some kind of event where they let you know of their presence, okay? They think about you all the time, they're around you all the time, and they're guiding you through a very testing time is what I see there. The handprint. I'm being shown the handprint again. So again, maybe this will be the sign that this person is around, or maybe they gave you something once that was connected to a handprint. I mean, it could also be the Hamza hand, which is protection, like they're around you, they're protecting you, and whenever you see that symbol, it indicates that there's a lot of love, protection, unconditional love. I mean, this is a card of unconditional love. So if you have a maternal type figure in spirit, know that they are sending love and that they are going to let you know of their presence. But look out for either a Hamza hand or handprint in some way, or maybe this is a gift you gave them once, or perhaps when you were a child, if it's a mother type figure, maybe they had your handprint and they're just reminding you that they are still in you in terms of not just memory, but they feel around you at this time. So watch out for that there as well. I feel like you're going to be given a definitive sign there. And with a lot of respect, I'm going to move away from that energy. I'm sending so much love and hugs out there to you all if you've gone through that and experiencing that, okay? But they want you to know that they're thinking of you and they are around you, okay? So we have that Three of Cups there. Now the Three of Cups is to integrate a little bit more. So it's also a card of having fun. So I feel for some of you, life has got pretty serious with that King of Swords. You know, it's important to be very organized on your plans, you're strategizing in your head, creating the life that you try to accomplish, that you aspire to, then you're putting all your plans in motion, but also don't forget to have fun. Don't forget to let your hair down. So I feel this is about finding like-minded people. There's definitely something to celebrate. Three of Cups is celebration, but it's also like some sort of gift from the universe. I feel, first of all, you're learning that you are a gift in this universe, and it's taken you a long time to have the confidence in that. But also with that Three of Cups, I feel like, you know, there's something being bestowed upon you that you will celebrate, and it is a gift. Now you can see there that those figures there, they're like monks in the boat. So this is a period of reflection to find inner peace. So I feel this is the majority of energy that you're in right now, trying to build a world of simplicity, inner peace, not letting any drama distract you or derail you in any shape or form. You're choosing peace at this time. For some of you, you may want to get away. Maybe that's the international energy that I was feeling at the beginning, or you're relocating to a place that feels like home and it does bring peace. For some of you, it could be that you're decluttering your home space, you know, cleaning out that closet that you've been meaning to for quite some time. Now you're getting round to it and you're creating more space. Sometimes, you know, I'm always the sort of person that when there's chaos, you know, I'm actually better at locating things in my room, or, you know, better at thinking. You know, I tend to do my best thinking when things are decluttered. But when I actually kind of clean stuff up and put stuff away, suddenly I'm like, where did I put that thing? Oh my gosh, if only I'd left it where it was, I'd know where it was. But no, I decided to tidy everything away and be really organized, and now I can't find it. So I feel some of you are looking at how you operate. What is the best strategy for you? Is it that you have great thoughts when things are like cluttered, or do you need everything organized and compartmentalized and put away, and then you have a quiet space and a quiet mind, so you are free thinking? So I feel some of you are really looking at how you live your life and your home space in some way, and you know, what's the best way for you to feel at peace and not feel overwhelmed. Also with this King of Swords and the Three of Cups, this is about you finding the balance between logic and your emotions. You know, we need a healthy balance between the two so that we can detach from things and we can see things from a bigger perspective, because sometimes when we're in the midst of something and feel so overwhelmed by it, you know, we got to feel something for what we do. So enjoying what you do, loving it, being passionate, all of those things are incredible and they work. But also you need a healthy detachment so that you can, number one, see the bigger picture. Number two, recognize that sometimes things, they don't work out exactly as we plan. They work out sometimes better than we plan, or they kind of try to nudge us in a different way, like a plot twist, so that we can see something better for ourselves. Remember, everything happens for a reason. Some of you may have been dealing with a plot twist in your life recently and you're recalibrating, but a better way, it's almost like a portal to better, or a gateway to opportunity is being opened to you because you've remained flexible, is what I see there as well. Now we've got that Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is you going the distance. It's you not giving up. It's you being unstoppable in all of your endeavors. So whatever it is you're thinking about right now, know that you see it through to the end. And I feel, you know, this is you being a real force to be reckoned with. Also, Seven of Wands, as I said, I see someone like cutting a hole in the fence. So it's like, I feel like you're finding an easier way, but it's also this energy of sometimes the best way is not around or over, it's through. So if you've been going through a very difficult time, know that you are going through it and you are coming out of it, and that you will have a brighter future on the other side, but also there is peace on the other side, peace of mind. So another example of that could be that, you know, you're relocating, but you have to put your whole life in boxes. You know, you have to get everything organize, pack it down. It feels like a never-ending cycle. You know, when you're sorting through things you haven't seen for quite some time, you're putting some stuff away, but occasionally you're going to be like, oh, I remember that time. Oh my gosh. And it spins you off into nostalgia and to memory. Suddenly you've spent 2 hours looking at things that you haven't seen for years, and it's triggering lots of memories, both good, sad, and, you know, joyful, and all of the things. And then suddenly you're like, oh gosh, you know, where's the time going? So I feel like, you know, you are going to recognize that as soon as you get all of it done into boxes and then you move to your new place, get everything organized, then it's like relax, peace, everything is in order. So I feel whatever it is you're going through, I'm just giving you an example of it. It just feels like on the other side of it, there is peace, there is serenity, there is joy, there is celebration. Now, Seven of Wands, as I said already, about, you know, protecting your immune system, making sure that you have, you know, good quality time for yourself. Don't burn yourself out, because I feel a lot of you are really exhausted, and some of you have been feeling like unmotivated, or just feeling like unusually kind of in a funk, but you are going to come out of that energy. And I feel for some of you, it's connected to a food substance is what I'm being given. So it could be something that you really love, but it's giving you an intense high and a crashing low is what I see there. So please take it as it resonates. For some, it might be sugar. For some, it might be caffeine. For some, it might be something else. So please take that as it resonates. There will be a plateau. You will manage it is what I'm seeing there. Now, also, this is you managing stress levels. And a good way to do that is by spending good quality time with people that you care about. And if you haven't found your soul tribe just yet, I see you integrating yourself in a group of people where you learn things. Knowledge is the key to your success, but it's also the key to your happiness and to your joy and fulfillment. So I see a thirst of knowledge driving you towards either learning something in a group of people, and you find people in that group who are soulmates for life. I'm not just talking about love. I'm talking about, you know, a soulmate can be a friend as well. For some of you, you're looking for love, and I feel with that Nine of Pentacles, you're someone who's super independent. You know, you've been thinking about perhaps getting out into groups of people or learning something to expand not just your knowledge, but also your reach in terms of new places, new faces. So I feel like you're going to meet new people, have a lot of fun, but also I see that you will meet someone in a group of people, but there's this energy of defensiveness at first. So either you don't want to get involved because you're in this group of people and you value the friendships, or it feels very much like you're healing something at this time, and you know, you will feel when the moment is right to be ready for this. But I do see a long-term relationship coming in for you as well, if you're looking for one. What else am I getting from that Seven of Wands? You're at your personal best. Don't ever doubt yourself. Believe in yourself. You've got this. You know, you are you, and that is your superpower. And I feel like, you know, you're learning to celebrate yourself a little bit more. And yeah, I keep getting energy that you're moving through something and you're coming out the other side and you'll celebrate it. Also, I'm being given an energy of a problem shared is a problem halved. So if some of you have had something on your mind that perhaps you've been dealing with on your own, I feel when you talk it out with a person, especially one person that came to your mind just immediately, you thought, oh, I thought about telling this person or discussing it with them. This person, they actually have gone through something very similar, not the same, so they can give advice on what they did for their circumstances, but it feels like it kind of triggers a thought in your head about how to move through it. It's not going to be the same as the person, but you're like, oh, it almost like gives you a little nudge on how you can best deal with it yourself, okay? So, yeah, that's something that's coming through there as well. Now, I'm just shuffling some final cards just to see what else is going on here with you. Conquering, breaking molds, okay. Ending cycles repeat. We've got walking unscathed. And that's definitely what was coming through this reading, that you're going through something, maybe battling away with it on your own. Maybe there's an inner battle. The best way is through is what I'm being given. And it says here, walking unscathed. So I feel it's really nothing to worry about. It says, you are fortunate. A trap was laid for you, but you were too smart to fall for it. Maybe that's what connected at the beginning when I said, you know, keep something that you're working on to yourself at this time. Perhaps someone's trying to find something out. I mean, I did pick up on something regarding gossip, but that's not really formed in the energy, so I can't really give you anything more on that. Okay, I'll always be honest. I'm not going to just make something up for you. Yeah, there's nothing more coming on the gossip thing, but this can indicate that someone perhaps tried to tell you one thing and they meant something else, or, you know, not everybody's got your best intention. So I feel some of you have been learning about that and being very discerning about the company that you keep. You're protected, undamaged, and safe. Okay, so this is about protecting your energy. We've also got conquering. So I feel like, you know, you're due a major breakthrough here, but I also feel like you're conquering your thoughts. It says, victory will be yours. Set your intention and watch it come back to you. I did mention the boomerang. I feel something is coming back to you, but it's something that you set out to do, or something that you put out there in words or thoughts. And it says, overcoming, victory, and success. I mean, that Three of Cups, something to celebrate here. Now, this could be a personal breakthrough, personal development. You're going to see evidence of things working out the way you want, but it's what you're focused on. So again, if it's like you kind of like focusing on your finances, there's going to be improvement in that area. If it's a personal development project, you're going to see evidence of things working in that area. And we've got breaking molds. So, you know, you're not born to fit into someone else's box of expectation. You're here to march to the beat of your own drum. That Seven of Wands and that Nine of Pentacles, that's all about independence. That's all about living the life that you desire and not conforming to anyone else's needs. I mean, of course, there has to be some sort of compromise at some point, but there needs to be balance in that compromise. Break boundaries, erase all identifications, anything which fixes you permanently into one mold. New way, different, and unique. I think I addressed that kind of in this reading. Whether it's a plan that you have and you see that a strategy works really well somewhere else, but you put your own unique spin on it, it works even better for you. It could be that someone says, oh, I tried this formula and it really worked for me, and you're like, okay, it really worked for them, but what if I tweak it because it'll be better like this for me? Then you go, actually, it is better this way. So I feel like you find an alternative way, but you may have been given the idea by someone else and you just put your own unique spin on it. Yeah, I really feel, you know, you were here to break a mold. You're not here to live in someone else's slow lane. You're here to live in your fast lane. So I feel this is about you changing something about the way that you live in some way. This is about addressing your own needs and having those needs met. And it's about your vision coming to life right now, that you are on the right path. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or rune before we close. We've got 3 here. Okay, so we've got a pure heart. And this is what you're leading with, but also this is about clarity. What does your heart want? You know, you're vibing at a frequency right now where you're attracting really good things. Now, interesting, I'm actually seeing a blank canvas in the water. So some of you, if you're an artist, maybe you're literally looking at a blank canvas as you're listening to this reading, but I feel this is about the blank canvas of life. Sometimes you know, even when we can't see the vision, we just make a start, and we are in control of that paintbrush. So it's about you creating your destiny. You are the architect of your dreams, and you're taking charge in some way, and you're leading with that open heart. You're vibing at that frequency, and you are going to create your destiny the way that you want it. Life is about to get a bit exciting for you. I feel for some of you, it's been stuck in a cycle of repeat, or you feel it's been the same old thing, just a different day. But I actually feel when there is a moment of uncertainty about the path and you're not sure which direction things could go in, that's when things get really exciting, because it means you have the power of choice and you get to say how things go. So I definitely see that you are now empowering yourself. Now we do have the ice rune, which is all about static energy. Some of you may be looking at energy loss, where you lose your energy to, you know, where you waste your time to. We all procrastinate from time to time, so you may be looking at that as well. But also I feel this is about you protecting your energy and you feeling that something needs to change in order to live the life that you aspire to. This can also be about your focus, and you may be like leaving something behind in order to focus on something else, or you may be kind of like going off on your own path to do something and forge a way that is independent and exciting. And finally, we have the elephant. Now, the elephant, of course, has a lot of empathy. There's a heart on the elephant's ear, so this is about listening to your heart. It will lead you to the place where you're meant to end up. But also, elephants, they remove blockages. It's almost like the elephant moves through it rather than around it. So I feel this is another indication that you're moving through a difficult time, but you are coming out the other side unscathed, and the path will become clear for you. Also, I feel there's this energy of, interesting, it's almost like the heaviness has lifted. The heaviness has lifted. That's the energy that I'm being given. So if you have been feeling like lethargic or heavy in your life in some way, I feel like it will lift. You know, many years ago, I was in a wonderful country where we were in a Jeep, and it was like a vacation of a lifetime, many years ago now. And suddenly, out of nowhere, this little baby elephant like ran over. It was so cute. We were all like marveling at how cute it was. And then suddenly Mama Elephant appeared. Now, she was huge, right? And we did not hear her coming. So it was like stealth mode. So even though this, like, you perceive something as super heavy or should technically make a lot of sound, it's like it was silent. So I feel there's this energy here of that you may feel kind of like this heaviness. However, I feel like you're light in your energy, or it will lift, and I feel in stealth mode you are going to accomplish something. The Mama Elephant was protecting. So for some of you with that Seven of Wands there, maybe that image that they've given of me, because I'm seeing me in the water right now, and whenever my guides give me an image of me, it means they want me to express a time that I experienced or witnessed something. So I feel like I was witnessing protection, okay, on that level. So I feel like you are protecting something that is either your baby, whether it's a project. For some of you, it could be your parent, and you're protecting, you know, the ones that you care about. I just get this energy of protecting your endeavors, and, you know, you really are a force to be reckoned with. That's the energy that I got from that Mama Elephant. A force to be reckoned with, but chose to come in peace. But the underlying undercurrent there was like, I can do some damage if I need to. However, I'm just sizing you up right now, and I choose not to. I choose to walk away. So if someone has been causing some sort of conflict in your life right now, perhaps you are stating a boundary and saying, look, don't cross this boundary because I don't want to go there. I have the capability to go there, but I'm choosing peace at this time. So know that, you know, by being diplomatic, I've chosen peace. But if you want me to go to that place, I will, but I don't want to. So perhaps some of you are dealing with someone like that, but I see a solution being found. I see an event bringing people together, and, you know, resolutions being found. Okay, so I'll leave it there. Hope something resonates in that reading for you all. If some of you would like to enter a competition to win a free personal reading from me, all you have to do is listen to a song called You're the Voice by John Farnham, and write in the comments box below, I stand strong with an attitude of gratitude, and my guides will bring me to one subscriber to win that free personal reading. Please keep your notification bell on, because I will upload a video at the end of the month announcing the name of the winner, and you'll want to be able to find out how to connect with me for that reading, so it will benefit you there as well. Okay, thank you so much, my beautiful Capricorn, and love and light.